Hi, I'm Seth Rotenberger, and today I am going to utilize the BIM Navigator to replace a component in an assembly with a BIM part. BIM, or Building Information Modeling, is a great way to combine architecture, engineering, and construction in NX. I'm going to start off by replacing this second building with a different component. I've already created this component and saved it where all the other files are at. I load the part, and as you can see, there's nothing there. That's because when we head over to the part, it's only a reference drawing. I'm going to head into Application and head into the BIM Design Navigator. I can now add levels to the part. Using the line tool, I can just sketch out a couple lines for the different levels that I want. Doesn't matter how long they are, just so that they are parallel to the floor. I'm going to get this bottom line as close as I can to the reference drawing, and then I'm going to use Fit to make certain they are the same. I have a couple of dimensions already prepared that I would like to have between these floors. For the first one, I think 159 inches or 4 meters will work well. Now for the second one, 390 inches or about 10 meters looks good. NX is now going to generate the 3 individual levels that I have created. This is going to show up in the BIM Design Navigator, as you can see. The elevation box needs to be resized so that it occupies the same size as my reference image. This reference box is the container that all parts of my building will occupy. To create the walls we need, I first need to make a sketch of the perimeter. To do this, I use Sketch on Level and select the first floor. The reference drawing has similar geometry to the size that we want, so I can trace around it and add some dimensions. "570 inches, or about 14.5 meters, is good for one side, and 938.282, or almost 25 meters, works for the other. I can now create the walls of my building using that sketch that I just created. I move it up, I select level 3, which is the top of level 2, and the walls are created. I make sure that the interior alignment is selected so that the walls go inside the sketch. If I head back into the power plant assembly, everything we have already created has updated in the power plant. I am now going to make level 2 the work part and use grid to create some reference geometry. I'm going to use these grid lines later to make some interior walls. They don't have a specific dimension here, so it is not too important where they are. The outside lines need to be just inside the outer wall. And to do this, I can easily grab and move the corner lines into the position that I want. I make certain to do this for both corners. I think this line is a little far, so I'm going to move it a little closer to the interior wall. Again, using the wall command, I select parts of the grid lines to make my interior walls. Making sure that the levels selected are 2 and 3 will ensure that the walls only go from the second floor to the third floor. You can see how quick and easy it is to make a building using the BIM Navigator. Looking in the power plant assembly, we can clearly see that these interior walls have also been updated to reflect our changes. If a change is needed in a building, it is easy to do so in the BIM Navigator. Let's change some wall dimensions. To do this, I head back into Grid and simply grab and pull a line, and when NX updates, the walls do too. If we'd like to change the height of the levels at any time, we can head back into the level command. This 390 value seems a bit small, so if I change it to 450, the levels will update too. Looking in the power plant assembly, we can see that these changes have also been updated with the model. I would like a roof to finish off this building. To do this, I select the roof command and use our earlier sketch as a reference, making sure to select level 3. You can see how easy it was to make a building using BIM. You saw me create levels of varying heights and then make a sketch on the bottommost one. You saw me build walls referencing this sketch, and I then made interior walls using grid. You saw me build walls referencing this sketch, and I then made interior walls using grid lines. I was then able to modify all these things and have the model update in the power plant assembly. Finally, you saw me finish up the building by adding a roof. I would like to thank you for your time and attention.